Welcome back to Captain Crypto's Compass. Now, in our previous videos, we were looking at Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin has taken a severe beating. We highlighted crucial areas for support, and crucial areas were the 5-day Gaussian channel, the 50 SMA on the weekly, and Bitcoin has broken past all of those levels. Now, we are looking at lower levels for accumulation, and there is a risk of the bear market starting. But let's have a look at Bitcoin. Does Bitcoin actually have an area in the chart where we can expect support to re-enter? And what about momentum? And I'll show you a secret with the 1 week and the 2 week Stochastics RSI that might hold the key to suggest that Bitcoin could actually find support.
Hi, I'm Martin. I'm the founder of Captain Crypto's Compass. I'm a trader and a professor at the Financial Freedom Academy. I am passionate about helping you to achieve financial freedom through the art and the gift of trading. I will be providing you with actionable technical analysis and insights on your favorite cryptocurrency projects to help you make better and more informed decisions. If you're ready to take your trading to the next level, you're in the right place.
Now, to illustrate this, let's go back on the 1 month chart. And what I'm looking at and seeing here is the 21 simple moving average on the monthly chart. Now, the monthly chart is a high level overview of Bitcoin's performance. And we can see here that the 21 simple moving average is sitting at roughly about $87,000, give or take. And just look how well Bitcoin has held support on top of the 21 SMA on the monthly. This is a fantastic sign for me. Looking at this momentum shift and support coming in here, we can see the bulls are buying up the selling pressure, and looking at our resistance levels that we highlighted in our previous videos that were both the 21 and the 50 SMA, we can then see that Bitcoin came all the way back down. Now look at the confluence between the monthly chart and the 1 week chart. This orange line on the 1 week chart is the 100 simple moving average, and we can see here that that is also sitting at roughly about $83,000. Now, looking at this momentum coming in, the selling pressure coming in, look at that large wick to the downside on top of the 100 SMA. This is a fantastic sign for me, but we do need to see momentum pushing through and holding. Now, our key levels, the key levels that I'm specifically looking at and some warning signs is the anchored VWAP from the bottom pivot at roughly about $50,000 is this white line. We can see that sitting at roughly about $91,000, almost $92,000. And the 50 simple moving average on the weekly is sitting at roughly 102. And the 21 simple moving average on the weekly is sitting at roughly about $111,000. So looking at this, we can see that these moving averages are starting to cool down. Now, this is not a positive sign for me. This is actually quite negative, which means that Bitcoin is going to face a lot of resistance at these specific levels. And we do need to see these levels being challenged and reclaimed as support if Bitcoin has even a chance to target these higher levels that we highlighted in our previous videos. So looking at this, it is a danger area for Bitcoin, but on the positive side, we can see that we are still holding market structure. We have not created our first lower low. Now, to illustrate this, we can see that since the start of the bull market, we can see that we did not create a lower low. Here's the bear market at the bottom in November 2021. We can see that we created a high, higher low, high, higher low, high, higher low, and it continues. Here's another high, higher low, high, high low. And now with this pullback we recently saw in the last couple of weeks, this is putting Bitcoin in a position to create its first lower low. Now, this would be massive for me. Looking at this level here, it's between roughly $78,000 and $74,000. Bitcoin, if Bitcoin has a weekly candle body close below this specific level of roughly $74,000, that would be the first lower low for Bitcoin, and that will not bode well. Another thing that is concerning me a little bit is the sloping down and poising down of the moving averages. Now, we can see here that the bull market has always had a upwards simple moving averages, and now for the first time we can see that moving averages are starting to curl over price. So we can expect these areas to act as a lot of resistance in the future. Just having a look at the previous moving averages, we can see as soon as the moving averages started curling down, both the 21 and the 50, we can see that the 21 is a quicker signal than the 50 moving average. But as both slanted down, that was the start of the bear market, and we can see we pulled back towards the 100 and we had a rebound and up to the moving averages, and we did not manage to hold support above these moving averages, and that actually started the bear market in roughly March 2022.
Hey, hope you're enjoying the content so far. Please remember to hit the like button and the subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications.
So looking at the setup, we can see that there is a potential for a similar type of move with a support bounce onto the 100 simple moving average, a push higher, and Bitcoin will need to reclaim these. If we hold resistance at these specific levels, that would not be a good sign. Then we will see something similar to what happened here. Support coming in the 100, pushing up, and resistance at the moving averages. So that's one of the levels and key areas that I'm looking at. Now, looking at our momentum, Stochastics RSI here, is that on the weekly, we have recently just printed a stochastics cross. Now, this is an early indication that momentum is shifting from the bears to the bulls, which is a fantastic sign. And we do need to wait for confirmation above the 20 level, but this is an early indication that the bulls are taking control yet again. But even more than this is if we go to the 2-week chart, this would be our indication for a reversal in the market. Every single time the 2-week Stochastics RSI cross has happened below 20, that was the lowest pivot of the bull run. And we can see here that the 2-week Stochastics RSI is already way below the 20 level, but it has still not crossed. We are waiting for a similar move to this. The 1-week chart is showing early signs of bullish momentum, but as soon as the 2-week chart Stochastics RSI cross, that will be the momentum that we need in order to push higher. So if we go to the 2-week chart, let me just show you the beautiful confluence that we have with these crosses. You know, here we can see we had a pullback, 2-week stochastics cross, push higher. We had another pullback, 2-week stochastics cross, push higher. And now we are in a similar situation. We've had the negative cross, we had this resistance, pullback towards these levels on the 2-week 50 SMA. We can see also confluence with this area here. And now we can looking for that 2-week stochastics RSI to push us higher. If we do get this momentum in, we will need to reclaim the anchored VWAP at 92, and on the 1 week, the 50 SMA at roughly about 102, and the 21 SMA at roughly about 111. And that, if we can do this and hold support above that, we will be in position for Bitcoin to actually try and push higher into December. So this is crucial for Bitcoin to do this. It needs to push higher, reclaim these moving averages for the bull run to continue. But all in all, it looks like a positive setup. We can see the momentum is shifting. Peace and love, and happy trading.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this content, hit the like button, hit the sub button, and hit the bell notifications. Also, remember to click the link in the description below to join my mailing list, where I'll be sending you free emails and trading videos, and also market report updates weekly to help you stay ahead of the herd. As always, this community would not be the same without you, and thank you from the bottom of my heart. Peace and love. See you next time.